Hmm.
So what else are we going to talk about, Mike?
Well, are we really going to stop talking about food? Because holy baloney. What's next in your? Oh, you're from. You've also spent time in Maine.
Yes.
Which means you have lobster.
We have lobster.
Lobster. You know what I've been wanting to ask? What is? Did you spend time in Boston?
No.
I didn't mean either. I was wondering what, because all I ever hear now is Wahlburgers, which I still have yet to try. I want to try Wahlburgers.
So Marky
Wahlburgers.
Mark, send us one. Donnie, send
Well,
us one.
there's one in Hollywood somewhere, but you got to build one in Palmdale so I can eat here,
because
guys.
it's a lot quicker to get there.
Yeah, Boston. But if you haven't been to Boston, we don't know what Boston's food jam is. What's classic Boston? Because it's an old city. It's got to have some classic diners and some great food.
And if you don't go to Boston at one point, you're retarded.
You're retarded.
Yeah, you are.
In the yard.
Yeah, over there.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, I don't. I think it's funny. I love your accent.
I do love their accent. And their frankness and their brutal frankness.
Yes.
Because I've met a couple people from Boston. So what about Maine itself?
Okay, so obviously
Or Massachusetts?
it is. I'm going to give a shout out to Lincolnville Lobster Pound. So we used to go there when I was a kid. My mother used to get the fried clam strips. I used to get the hot dog or hamburger or whatever, which it wasn't Hummel's, but it was edible. But Lincolnville Lobster Pound was the great place. Farrell's.
Describe to me their lobster roll, Don.
Okay.
In vivid detail, glistening
So
butter.
I didn't eat them. I didn't like lobster when I was living in Maine. I was a little kid. I thought it stunk.
You waited to come all the way out here before falling in love with lobster?
No, actually, I went on vacation. I went to Maine.
What's important is we're building our perfect picnic basket. I want you to build your perfect picnic basket and let us know about it, because you probably got some places that, we haven't tried yet. So we got room in our bellies.
Yes.
Especially on a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yep,
We want to stuff it.
that's right. Another good place for pizza is the Italian Pavilion in Ansonia, Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's almost as good as Rose. Actually, you know what? I've got to tell you, they run neck and neck. I love Roseland because of the tradition and growing up having it when we were in Connecticut. We would get Roseland. Friday night was pizza night.
Ooh, every Friday night?
Yeah, so when we were up in Maine, when we lived in Maine in Camden, and we would get Bilbo Baggins pizza, that was phenomenal stuff back then.
I like the name.
Yeah.
One pizza to bind them
It was a
all.
ring, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Becky's food is totally different. But the West Coast stuff is pretty good.
I think that's the one thing I'd be afraid of if when I go to New York and visit and do the tourist thing. I'm going to gain like 900 pounds from eating all the food. I'm going to eat it every Jewish deli. It's one of my favorite things, like Cantor's out here. I have so many great memories of being just completely torn up and showing up at Cantor's at 2 in the morning and just walking out of there straight as an arrow because that food is so delicious.
Oh, that sounds delicious. We're going to have to do this, Mike. We're going to have to take our podcast on the road.
Oh, yes.
We're going to have to interview people that just stuff their face.
Oh.
We got to go to the Hat in Pasadena.
The Hat.
Hat.
Get some gravy fries.
Yep. And then we're going to have to go to, I like Clancy's Crab Broiler.
Ooh, can't go wrong
That's
with
in
Clancy's.
Glendale. Damon's, another place in
Damon's
Glendale.
another good one, yeah. Does that still exist?
It's still there.
Clancy's too, right?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
wow, thank God.
And my favorite is Tony Roma's. But
Yeah.
a lot of Tony Roma's are gone. Tony
Yeah.
Roma's is a place for ribs.
Let's bring Tony Roma back.
Yeah, I
It's-
drink their sauce. My son was straw.
I love their ribs. They have powerful ribs.
I love them funky ribs.
I used to eat the one in Glendale all the time.
Yep, me
And it
too.
was just delicious.
Yep. And then Mel's Diner is down there.
Mel's Diner, yeah. Oh,
On Ventura Boulevard.
if I could fit an entire diner into my picnic basket, because the diner, if it's like Norm's, oh my God, I grew up eating Norm's.
I call it worms.
Ah, yeah, they could cook it up and I'd probably eat
It
it.
still
It'd be
tastes
delicious, yeah. But just walking in, smelling the coffee and the steaks and the eggs and everything cooking, and then the clatter of dishes and people talking. I just love that experience. I don't like the waiting an hour and a half,
No.
but I love diners, just walking in. Oh my gosh.
So you would love going back east because
Oh,
the
yeah.
diners back there are predominantly owned by, if I'm wrong, please correct me, by Greek people.
Oh yeah, great
They are
restaurateurs.
fantastic cooks. They have got a million things on the, if you want whatever, it's on the menu.
Yeah.
You come after a bender, going to the club back in the day or whatever. Even today, you're coming back from a dance recital, and you're let's go to Valley Diner in Derby, Connecticut, or
Florentine Gardens, LA.
yeah, there you go.
I don't know if that still exists or not, but back in the day.
But I mean, you just go there and you walk in the door. Do you remember this? You walk in the door. What is the first thing you see besides Mama Papadopoulos with the menus and saying how many?
How many?
Right?
Yeah.
And then there's only 2 of you there, but how many?
How many? They don't know. You may have 10 people in the back waiting.
But chances are you
Just
don't.
the 2.
And then what do you see as you walk in? You see that cylinder with the pies and the cakes
Oh
running
yeah.
around in this circle.
Yeah.
In this circle.
You wonder how long it's been there, or are those
Who
made out of
cares?
plastic?
Who cares? It's good.
It is good.
Hey, and after many, many beers,
Oh.
you don't care if it's plastic. You're going to
That's
eat that anyway, so you don't get sick. So yeah, we went on a timeshare up in Maine, and we went to Wells, Ogunquit, Moody Beach. Say hello to Carmen Perry. He's out there in Moody Beach.
Hey Carmen, don't know you, but look
He's
forward to it.
an awesome guy. I've known him since I was a little kid. He lives out there on, I can't tell the road because people will be knocking on his door because he's such a great guy. Everybody wants to know him.
Yeah,
Anyway, so we went,
I like people like that.
yeah, we went to Perkins Cove, all that stuff. We ate at this one place, Twin Lobsters.
Twin lobsters.
Yeah, so we got twin lobsters, coleslaw, roll and butter, French fries, salad, a drink, and dessert. $22.
$22.
$22.
Was this 100 years ago?
No, this was 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
3 years ago.
So now it's only $66?
So when I went to, no, I don't think so. So when I left there, I had to go to the doctor because I just didn't feel good. So they checked my blood. It was butter.
Yeah,
It was just,
You had some blood in your butter system?
yeah, I had some blood in my butter. That's right. Because holy cow, you can't have lobster without draining, just like drowning it in butter.
Oh yeah. And not that lobster isn't delicious on its own.
It was so sweet because
But-
it's fresh.
Oh my, yeah, when it's right out of the ocean. Although, we don't get like really good lobsters here in California. Either we do and I don't know about it and they ship it off to everywhere else.
No, we get rock lobster.
We get rock lobster.
And it's spiny lobster, and it's yucky.
Yeah, it's
It's dry. It's not sweet
It's not
like Maine lobster.
like if you go to Mexico, I've had like really good lobster. I mean, big ones they yank out of the ocean down there, right? And they boil it up right in front of you at Rosarito Beach and all that. That was a long time ago. That was, ooh.
So tell me some of the stuff that you like eating here.
Oh man, well, California is kind of a giant melting pot of food from all over the place. So one of the greatest things about LA is that you can just pretty much throw a dart at like a map of the world and look it up and you'll probably have one of those restaurants sitting next to you. Yeah, you can get it anywhere you want. So one of the greatest things about one of the truly greatest things about LA is just the variety. You have Korean, oh my god, Korean barbecue. You have one of the largest Thai communities, so all this delicious Thai food. Now, I'm weird because I'm picky eater, and it usually makes a lot of people angry that I take stuff off or I do all that. I'm the weird one. You're the right one by eating everything with it. I just pick things off it, but I still enjoy eating all that stuff. But if I had to pick, top 3, I would stick an entire lechon pig in my picnic basket.
Picnic basket.
The Cuban pork, the piano de puerco, the whole leg that they marinate in Acadia, mojo crelio. Oh my God. I will make you one of those one day. And when I die and they stick me in the oven, I want a marinated pork on my chest. So when they cook me, everyone's going to say, God, that guy was delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is, magical. So many good places out here. Places that have gone now. Like one of my favorite places, barbecue places to eat, way back in the day was Mr. Jim's Beef.
Really?
And the slogan was, "You needs no teeths to eat Mr. Jim's Beef." And he wasn't lying, man. He soaked it in beer. And you could just slurp the meat right out it was delicious.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, here it is.
So the sad thing about LA, and I've eaten at some really good restaurants, you know, driving around fixing gas pumps and whatnot. You stop out at Taco Joe's out there in Alondra, way down in South Central LA. You gotta eat and run, but at least me.
Yeah. Well, if you go to East LA, you gotta go to Emmanuel's,
Yeah.
Tepeyac. So you get the Holland back. That's kind of like the touristy thing to do, though. It's like a 3-foot burrito that has like everything in it, but everything on their menu is jamming out there, man.
Just be careful not to chip your teeth because it's got the kitchen sink on it.
It literally has a kitchen sink in it, and everybody, you eat it there, everybody's gonna watch you try to eat that thing.
Yep. Now I'm trying to find a good restaurant in Palmdale.
Me too.
You know, I've eaten in just about every restaurant out there. You know, the big box ones. You know, the Olive Gardens, which is like, in my opinion, the McDonald's of Italian food.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's still tasty though.
It is good.
I had it last
Love
night.
their salad. You know, their breadsticks are great.
I don't eat anything other than the Alfredo sauce.
I got a question for you. So they tell me when you're here, you're family. So I don't get it. When my family comes over, I never once charge them to eat.
That's true.
So I don't feel like I'm family when I go to Olive.
When you're here, you're with really cheap family.
Yes.
You know who owns that phrase now? Is the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon. The Olive Garden retired that and gave that to Fallon.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Jimmy. I just used it.
Yeah, hopefully you don't mind.
Yeah, and hopefully you won't sue me.
Yeah, okay, please.
But if you want to bring us on the show?
Yeah, we'll apologize in
Well,
person.
I'll apologize right to you.
And then we'll go out to Cat's Deli because I want to try that too.
Yeah, there you go. And maybe you could go with us.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, that'd be awesome, actually.
Now, don't forget that next week we're going to have an interview with Roger. He was the male nurse we were talking about. He's a survivor of prostate cancer.
Yes.
We're going to talk to him about diverticulitis. We're going to talk because we have a couple of friends that may or may not have it. So we want to try to see if we can help them out with some questions.
Yeah, and questions are important. I am of a certain age where now I have to get tests done that are very uncomfortable, like colonoscopies.
Did you study for that test?
Yeah, I stayed up all night. I went lightly to the library to study for it. You might say, I go lightly.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm going to ask Roger questions about colonoscopy, things I should know about. But if you have questions you want to ask, you can go to you can subscribe, leave us a message on YouTube, go to our website, and stuff with donandmike@gmail.com. We'll ask those questions for you.
You know what I'm going to ask him? I'm going to ask him if I can borrow $50.
Yeah, I'm going to see, do they give you a lollipop after a colonoscopy?
Thanks for the visual. It's kind of hard to sit down after that.
Well, you can eat a lollipop standing up, I suppose.
I think that's what they call a stick up your ass.
Well, hopefully that's what they're going to remove. My
Yes.
stick up my ass.
Oh, well. Anyways, thanks again. We'll see you next week with Roger.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a great one.
Homer, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to And Stuff with Don and Mike.
Oh!
Oh! You just made me miss the best part.